What is up everyone, Inceptive here, welcome back to another YouTube video. Before we begin, just wanted to say thank you to everyone that's supporting me so far. This channel was only created 2 days ago and we've also, already got around 102 followers, okay? So thanks for all the support guys, it really motivates me to create videos and upload daily, okay? Now, if you guys have missed my previous videos, go back and watch them. I predicted the Bitcoin pump, I predicted the sand pump, I predicted the mana pump, the XRP, whatever it may be, right? All those TAs played out, and if you guys followed along, congratulations. I will be making a newly updated video on that soon, okay? But for this video, I'm just going to jump into CRO, Crypto.com coin, okay? Now, just before I begin, I want to say, now, this coin is very much like BNB, okay? BNB, and the reason BNB pumped so much is because Binance had such a big dominance in the market, right? A lot of volume is traded on Binance. Now, will CRO go to the level of BNB? No, I don't think it ever will, right? At least not in the next 5 to 10 years. Why? Because people trust Binance more than Crypto.com, right? The interface is better. People just use Binance. There's no reason for people to stop using Binance and move over to CRO, right? And that's the core reason why these prices like BNB and CRO move. It's the volume in which BNB and CRO are traded on their platforms, okay? Now, so now that I've said that, right, I'm just going to give some TA on CRO, okay? I'm just going to start on the weekly time frame. Now, the problem with CRO and predicting where it's going to go in the future is the fact that it has just risen up so much, and you guys can see that massive wick, which does suggest that there's some downward movement to come now, okay? Now, when something's risen this much, it's very hard to predict what it's going to do, because what we have to do is extrapolate and try and predict what's going to happen next. We can't use the idea of butterfly effect that I use on other coins, where previous zones, previous levels predict how the coin's going to react in the future, okay? So the first thing that I'm going to do over here is what I use on every single coin, is put down a Fibonacci, right? From low to the high of that impulsive move, that's where it started, that's where it ended, right? What you can see is there's a pullback that's going to come down to either 0.54787 or either 0.45199, and you guys can see those are just the pullback levels of the Fibonacci. Now, we are assuming Crypto.com is going to keep rising right after it comes down to this level and starts pumping, okay? Now, on the weekly time frame, there is no sort of indicator that's suggesting people to buy at this point in time. There's a massive wick, we've overextended, we've just completely risen out of the roof, right? And usually you want to be selling coins and taking profits when literally every single person is talking about it. If you've gotten down here, congrats, right? You should start taking profits. That was your ideal place to take profits, right? So now what's going to happen is CRO is going to start coming down. People are going to forget about it. The people that do remember and are like, okay, this is where we're going to buy, they're going to get in at the low points, and then CRO is going to pump again, and all those that missed out are going to FOMO in again at the very top, and that's when the smart sellers are going to be selling again, okay? The smart buyers are going to be selling and taking profit. Okay, now that being said, what you do want to do is have this drawn on your charts, right? Again, we're safe traders. We trade, I personally trade leverage. I also hold spot, but the idea is we do not trade anything that just looks very bearish, okay? We always wait for pullbacks. We always wait for the best entry possible. We love our risk reward ratio. That is the only way you're going to become a successful day trader in these markets, okay? Now I'm just going to jump down to the 4-hour time frame and show you guys what I see, right? We lost this uptrend over here, right? Okay, right there. We lost this uptrend, and what you can see is, oops, just move that back. What you can see is we had a pullback, and now what was the pullback going to be? It was just going to be the breakdown of this channel that we had over here, right? From there to there, and if you can send it out, you can see that creates the bounds over there as well, right? And the breakdown target is just a high through low, right? Until there. So we are expecting a drop down to a Fibonacci level. Right, this is how levels work. This is how everything just ties in together, okay? So now that we've seen that break, we're expecting downwards movement. Now, when do you enter this coin for a long, for spot, leverage, whatever it may be, right? What I think the best entry possible would be is on something like this. Let me just jump to the daily time frame, see if I see anything. Nope, it has to be the 4-hour time frame. Okay, you've got a trend line right at the top that's acting as resistance. You guys can see. I'm just going to move this down a little bit more. Right, rejection. Right, that's where it was established. The first rejection. Obviously, trend line was only valid until this rejection over here. Right, and then the third rejection was the initial touch of that trend line that had already been created, right? And you can see we're currently getting rejected. What you guys do want to see is a breakdown of this zone right here, which is holding relatively well. You guys can see there's wicks rejecting that level. Once we do that, lose that level, we are going to jump down to that 0.5 to 0.618 Fibonacci level, which is the optimum time to be buying. Now, of course, remember we do want to wait for a trend line break. After we do test this zone, that is the safest entry you're going to get, especially on a coin which has already pumped so much. Okay, so that's CRO. Anything else that I see? Yep. So what would our take profit targets be if we do end up getting into this long? Right. Again, our take profit targets will be Fibonacci levels. Okay. Now this is only for if you're swinging, not scalping. Right. Your first TP would be 1.17740. Your second TP will be 1.45876. Okay, those are our technical targets. Now, do take all of this with a grain of salt. If we do end up buying over here, suppose we buy at the 0.5 level and we end up selling at the first TP, we do get a rise of 114% unleveraged. Okay. So the coin has already pumped a lot. Will it pump that much again? Honestly, no one knows. No one can predict this, right? This is all dependent on fundamentals. Now TA has been blown out of the roof, right? There is no TA on this coin anymore. Now it is just fundamentals. How does CRO perform? Crypto.com perform as a general coin, right? As a platform. Okay, that is what it's going to drive this price up, right? FOMO, I feel like FOMO has already played its part. FOMO was, after this zone broke, right here, down here, right? Once that zone broke, people started buying up higher and higher and higher, and smart buyers started selling at the top, right? So that's CRO. If you guys do have any questions, feel free to join my Discord down in. I'll leave the link down in the description below, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Bye.